I mean, I keep hearing about free energy device. Look, you can build this motor. Nobody wants you to see this. It's this amazing motor, you know. Send X number of bucks for the plans. I mean, does any of this stuff work?
Right. Well, here's the deal. There's no money involved. It's going to be offered and given for free. Here's how it works, John.
Yeah, but when, pal?
Well, that's up to us. When are people going to get behind it and make it real and make it happen? We have to stop supporting the system. I'll explain to you the basic principle of a free energy device, and the government has them. I have pictures on my website. You go to my space thing. I was in contact with a guy with a company. I told you before, I can't name him. They have hadron colliders that fit in the palm of your hand.
Well, don't get me wrong. I completely believe they exist. It's just I would like to see one.
It will spark tremendous reaction. Do you realize if everyone gets free energy, what that does to the financial structure of the cabal and their control?
Well, yeah, it like turns it off overnight.
Major forces of liberation on the planet, and it's going to happen. I promise you that.
Let me ask you something, Rob.
Fly here that far without resistance.
Let me ask you this. Has Cobra or any other source provided you with any idea of what will be the governing structure after this awakening, this renaissance occurs? How will order be established? It can't be just one common Borg-like mentality. That'd be a little strong for most people. And I'm thinking that many people will resist it, even though it's undeniable and irresistible. They will still resist it.
Well, everyone senses something's wrong, and they know that the system's messed up. Most people are oppressed. As the final last end move by the cabal to enslave the planet through these intense FEMA camps and all these different things they had planned fell apart, the pressure's been lifted off, but people are waiting for the truth. And it will be given to us. We're trying to get it out. As many people that understand this process are sharing this with the world. But I'll tell you how it's going to happen. As we said before, first the arrests take place. Once that takes place, we'll have control of all the satellites. We'll have control of all the media. The truth can be revealed. There are many, many military people on the disclosure project, people working in dark projects that have had their lives threatened, that didn't want to, haven't been able to come forward in droves. They will come forward and give testimony to the populace of what's been going on. The financial system will be reset. All those bad guys will have zero money in their accounts and won't be able to go anywhere. They won't be in positions of power. What will happen then, we will have an interim temporary government, and then the people will have elections very shortly after that at some point. And then what will happen is that we will gradually be introduced and prepared for first contact. And this is determined by how quickly humanity can assimilate this process. The jaws are going to drop when they recognize what's been taking place. I mean, people are getting vaccinations and believing this is real. This is genetic altering. Read Len Horowitz's book. All of these things you'll find out, and people are going to just blow their minds when they recognize that we have had free energy, when it's proven that the government's had space programs since the 50s. I told you before, I know Howard Menger, he built a government UFO in 1951, brother, it flew to 50,000 feet. They said, thank you very much. He came back down, and they sent him home, and they tried to steal the plans from him on the way home and hit him with a hypodermic needle. So
Perfect.
So they landed on Mars in '62, let alone the moon. So there's been a secret space program. They've been corralled now. The ETs and the resistance forces have taken away their space fleet. They are confined to the Earth now. They only have satellites. They have very little. They don't have any of the spaceships anymore. They've been removed. They don't have biological weapons or nuclear power. Most of the programming that's going on now and the negativity that we're feeling is we're running on autopilot. They do have some MK Ultra people. They do have advanced technology in the etheric planes that they're utilizing against us. These are being bought down, as well as they have the people just believing that this is the system and the financial structure. When we wake up, right now what's happening, John, is it's like the herd gets spooked. First, all of a sudden, someone pokes their ears up and looks around. Right now, most of the herd is going, meh, what's going on? they're starting to get information. David Icke, many other people are telling the truth in their own way. Alex Jones is saying his particular way. Max Kaiser. There's a girl named Heather. There's Stephen Greer. There's Sheldon Neidl. There's many wonderful, well-intentioned spiritual groups around the planet, the Ethereum Society. All of these different groups are all sharing the same information. Cobra happens to be revealing the mechanics of the dark side, and it's incited a lot of hostility. They attack through people's emotional feeling nature on the astral plane, and people react. But I can tell you the archons, they exist in the P2 Lodge, the Nazis, the Jesuits, various military, pharmaceutical, and families in finance. And many of them have been arrested. I don't know if you remember, there's a major whoop-de-doo in the Vatican some months ago, and that was one of the major archons was arrested.
Wow, I mean, this is unbelievable, man. You got Jesuits, Nazis, and the Vatican all like in one paragraph.
That's how they've infiltrated us. They work in a very concerted effort. Their technology is very high, and they're working from the astral plane, and they attack people in their feeling nature. So through meditation and utilizing Palladian technology on those websites that I told before, people can stabilize their field. We're all not Superman. Not everyone is going to be a saint or a sage and have these. If you lived in India with great teachers who have practiced these lineages and you developed it yourself to a high level of auric vibration where you can leave your body and go beyond these negative forces in a powerful way. But the average person, we're down here, we are assailed by tremendous negative technology. We have heavy metals. We have our teeth are decaying. Dr. Horowitz has zeolite. There's so many technologies. There's new technologies. All this stuff can happen. For us if we get together and we start supporting these things. We've got to stop buying Monsanto foods. We need to wake up to the planet. There's an individual process. Because this planet has been enslaved, we've been cut off from our divine source, as I spoke about a little bit last time. There is a process whereby we can connect our minds with the mind of Almighty Creator and the life force, and we can actually realize ourselves as part and parcel of the Creator and be one and in harmony with all life. There will be no illness. This is all coming soon to the planet. It's going to be inevitable. The dark forces can't stop it. But at this point in time, we need help, and it's very difficult. The true teachings have been kept hidden. That's what we're going to be bringing forward in the near future. This information is going to come out for us.
Okay.
So after the event, we are going to bring forward artifacts, not we specifically, but whoever's chosen will bring forth artifacts from these underground repositories of the Agartha network. Underneath the Sphinx, there's 3 UFOs. Listen, so there are actually records in the Nag Hammadi that have indicated this. This is being kept from the public. Unfortunately, it's under the Jewish authorities. The Rockefeller Foundation has very advanced chambers in Jerusalem. When they started releasing the Dead Sea Scrolls, 250 translators quit because they weren't releasing, and it was talking about open contact with extraterrestrials during biblical times. So UFOs have been part of our history. They've been hiding this. They don't want us to know. The curtain's coming down, John. They can't hide this anymore. It's coming forward, if not through Cobra, if not through me, to other people.
How was he contacted? How was he given this commission to bring this information forward? How did that come about?
Okay, he had a similar experience to me in that he was contacted. For him, he was a bit younger. The contact time periods were about the same. My contacts were around 75 and 80. This was the time these contacts were taking place amongst certain individuals. Me, because I was close to Dr. Fred Bell. Now, what happened with him was his experience took place when he was very young. He was taken on board. They took him out of his bed physically. He was taken aboard a spaceship, and he was taken to an underground base where he went on a tunnel train from where he lives underneath the earth, underneath an ocean. I'm not going to say which one, and he ended up in New York, and he met Michael the code name for the CIA agent, MI6, NSA. I don't know who he was for, but who's been working on this plan to take over the cabal, who was, because of his integrity, was backed up by the Agartha Network, the Andromedans, the Pleiades, Galactic Federation, and now the Resistance Movement.
So you're saying that we're getting some help inside the security services and maybe even the
They're
military.
working in coordination. They're keeping very secret, too. You think Cobra can't talk. Those guys are major light warriors, and the world will owe a great debt and does owe a great debt to these wonderful servers of the light who are in the military forces who've maintained integrity. I personally met one myself, and I told you that experience in our first contact. If people go to my website, thepromiserevealed.com, all those interviews I have there, there's lots of information that I'm revealing that backs up this information. I have some transcripts, galacticconnection.com, American Kabuki, ET's, the ET Talk, Stephen Greer's group, Costas, that guy has we're working with a lot of groups and the same effort here. So if people go to the website, research these things, look at Cobra's website, sign up for his conferences, they're going to get this information. Sign up, get the contact forms, and he will be releasing on his blog, I know, because he couldn't get through tonight. But that's what I respect about Cobra. He's not going to come on here for fame or for money. If he's told not to do it, it's important that it happens at the right time. No individual is important in this particular thing. This is not about an ego thing of someone coming out and doing something. This is about the truth coming to the planet. There's many other wonderful people before us and other light workers who are sharing this information. So it's important that people just be patient, understand that it's a process, and the more we can get together and follow the meditation practices, and if we gather in these groups.
All right, I think we've got Rob Potter back here. Rob, are you there?
Yeah, I am.
What's going on tonight, man? Are we under assault by the dark forces, or what's up?
That's exactly what Cobra said, and I have some important things I'd like to tell you that he told me I should tell you right now.
Please do.
We wanted people to know a couple different things that are very important. One, that in the astral and etheric planes, there's these forces, they work interdimensionally. They have some magnetic grids. They have a network, and it actually influences and jams people's auric frequencies and thought patterns, and it is an assault. Now, he said that in the recent days there's been some major movements towards this. They have a major computer mainframe, and there's some positive things that have taken place from the light forces. Now, he told me also that he's in contact with what's called the White Dragon Society, and they have factories and secure locations to develop free energy. And he said that people can contact him if they have free energy devices. These will be given and manufactured. I said, well, why can't the resistance help with this? Why can't they give their technology to ETs? He said,
yes.
At this point, it cannot would be dangerous for humanity. And I was like, when are they going to just give it to us for free? And we already have it, but we have to release it until after the event. So he said by contacting him there. Operation Dreamland is the process whereby we're going to be doing this press conference on May 28th, and we're looking for Hollywood individuals and people in the intellectual elite to create a new renaissance to bring forward the positive truth and the teachings in all forms of media. One of the things that have held up the release of this information has been the control of the mass media has been controlled by them by a tight fist. There are censors. Anyone gets on there, their phones get hacked, television stations go down. You're telling the truth, you have this kind of problem. You're attacked. I mean, most of the email responses that I get from people are positive. Every now and then people get very upset. And I've had quite a few attacks in my life, but I tell you, since I've been on your show, it really brings out some real disturbed people who want to attack the messenger and, are not willing to hear the message. And the message is one of peace and truth and of hope. At the same time, we need to understand the illnesses that are taking place, and a lot of them are not all human nature. This is not natural. The universe is a beautiful place. This is being thwarted and manipulated here. He's also asked me to say that the Operation Dreamland that's going to be coming forward solutions by gathering in groups. We're going to start networking with individuals to create positive solutions amongst ourselves. The ETs will come here eventually in the mentoring process for us, but it's absolutely going to be up to us. We get to choose what we're going to do, and as our consciousness evolves and our awareness and ability to understand these simple truths are going to be very easy after the event, because people will believe it and understand it, John, because the television will tell them so. Because there won't be any censorship. The truth can come out. These positive white hats in the military and in the resistance movement are working day and night behind the scenes, and there is hope. Now, the dark forces have a lot of ammunition, and
sure.
they do have technology, but you said there's been great strides have taken place.